Hello everybody, this is Iceblood. Welcome back to Horizon. So upon logging in, now that we have the recommendations unlocked, this is what happens. The game tells us what would be applicable for us to do, given our level and current situation. Alright, well... I think Elion was trying to wave, but again, the game seems to need a second to catch up to where we are. Not the best way to start things off. Did he just try to wave right there? Did I get this? No. Okay, so, first order of business is to attune to the Aetherite, and let's just see where the quests here in Horizon take us now that we've finished the first leg. Chuchazen! Looking for a task to fill your morning, adventurer? I may have just the thing if you're not feeling squeamish. Here's the job. I need you to draw 4 bottles worth of blood from the mongrels that roam to the south of here. Does that include Benrian Gufid? Once you have enough, take the foul fluid to a brass blade by the name of Nananzo. You should find him somewhere along the road out of Horizon, bemoaning his terrible fortune, no doubt. Happy hunting. If I can get some blood out of Betizin Nugufus, I'd be fine with that. Foofaloopa, what do you want to do? Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. Captain Leofric is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. So I fear that the courier may have met with some misfortune en route. She must have made it to Central Thanolin, or the brass blades that patrol the roads between here and Scorpion Crossing would have seen something. But if she made it as far as Blackbrush Station, she would have surely delivered the letter by now. Lost Hope is practically on its doorstep. I suggest you focus your search on the road to Blackbrush Station in Central Thanolin. With luck, you'll find her quickly. Okay. I want to check something. Okay, we're definitely not ready for that area. Good to know. Central Thanolin. Oh, here we go. Okay, so... Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay. So we're going to head over... Excuse me. We're going to head in this direction. We'll do that one quest, and then we'll head out into the different area so that we can get the other quest done. A fate is discovered nearby. Well, we might as well do it. Ah, more paste. Pastes. Pasties. Piestas. Yeah, paste. I don't know how to pronounce this. I go with pastes. I think they're pastes. I'm not sure though. Okay, this isn't gonna go well. I didn't want an extra one. I guess we'll handle you first. Get you out of the way, hopefully. Crap. Okay. There we have our newest spell. Didn't seem to do us much good. What it's supposed to do is allow us to keep our distance, because what it's supposed to do is freeze enemies in place. But apparently it didn't work as well as I thought, or there were more enemies than I thought. Or maybe I just have horrible aim with it, I don't know. It's been a while since I had this spell. My old version of Elion that I had on my first account was level 39. I think I may have mentioned that before. So I had quite a few abilities on him. I had gotten him to the Black Mage job. I'd unlocked the Black Mage, and I was getting used to his new moves, and I had pretty much gotten it down for the most part. But unfortunately, when I started this series, when I started this series, actually, I was just restarting using the same template as my first character because I liked him so much. But in this version, this new edition of the LP, it's a whole new account because I basically lost access to my first one. I didn't lose much. I had Damn it, leave me alone, Narian Snibidifus. I have important things to do, and it has nothing to do with the money you're trying to get me to buy from you. Yeah, I only lost, I think I lost about 3 months worth of veteran rewards. Obviously, my character's a lot lower level now. But for the most part, there wasn't much lost. And I don't feel too bad about losing the character, just because now that I have this series going on, it's kind of it's a better excuse than I had before to do it this way. Because I didn't want to start the series at it with a character that was level 39. Like, it didn't seem to make much sense to me to start in the middle of the game. Like, one of the most important parts, I think, of this game is how its story progresses. And if I'm going to start in the middle of things, I mean, I'm no stranger to starting a story in the middle, sort of. But there's so much that we have yet to see that I would have passed over if I'd started with my initial account. So I'm definitely glad that we started clean. But yeah, like I was saying before, the reason I brought this up in the first place is it's been a while since I've had some of Elion's more advanced spells, so I'm not entirely certain how to use them effectively anymore. It's been quite a while, and I am not what you'd call the most diligent of MMO players, in the sense that I don't memorize rotations very well. I can, and I have, but for the most part I'm not hip on endgame. With a lot of these games, I'm what you'd call a dreaded casual player. And I think we're an important breed. I mean, you know, we serve a purpose. But for the most part, I'm not big on optimization. I'm not big on being, you know, hey, sweet, level 14. Awesome. Did we get... Oh, okay, so we got an extra bit of intelligence. And actually, we also got some attribute points. I haven't done anything with those yet, so we'll do that after this fate is over. I am not... Ooh, hey. That's the new class, I think. I think that's a rogue. Very cool. Hell yeah. I want to start one. That looks really cool. Yeah, I am not top of the line. I'm not bleeding edge. Don't trust me. If like my rotations are not optimized at all. Maybe at some point I'll research those. I'm going the wrong way. Yay! Yay for going the wrong way. Okay, so it looks like we have 5 bonus points. We will use them. We will give Elion a bit of a boost to his casting strength. There we go. Alright. Still going the wrong way. There we go. Okay. At some point, probably once we get back into dungeons, it will behoove me to research rotations and different things that this class is good for. Honestly, right now I'm just kind of winging it, using what I remember. It's honestly not that much. But for the most part here in the beginning of the game, the combat is not all that difficult, so it's not particularly problematic that I'm not doing optimally. I think I'm doing okay. I have a pretty solid grasp on the basic mechanic of the thaumaturge, which of course is switching with transpose and making sure genre Inrieg. Sometimes I wonder about the names they pick for these. I know it's just random button mashing, but still. Anyway, enough of my justifying my casualness. Let's just get down to this. We're getting some mongrel blood. It's literal mongrel blood. I don't get to track down any gill farmers and kill them for it, unfortunately. And I think I mentioned before, not to downplay gill farmers as a concept. I'm not one of those, oh, it's against the rules, so you should never do it, and it's unethical for you to use it. I'm not one of those people. I honestly don't care. What you do with your game, it's your game. You play it however you want. It's, you know, not my place to tell you how to play. And it's not my place to tell you what to do in terms of whether you're doing something illegal, like the gill farmers themselves. As far as I'm concerned, I think, if this is the same as other MMOs I played, selling currency is illegal. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal. And so I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to tell you you shouldn't sell money any more than I'm going to tell you you shouldn't buy it. Do what you want. We're getting some lag here. Oh well, here we go. Nanonzo! What do you want with me, then? What the hell? There we go. Here. Is this mongrel blood? Thank the gods! Now I can finally head back to Horizon. Mongrels are the natural enemy of most other predators, you see. Throw their thick blood onto a fire, and the resulting stench will send beastkin fleeing for malms around. Makes light work of our patrols, as long as we have a steady supply of the nasty stuff. And I'll wager you can guess which blast blade picked the short straw to kill mongrels this time around. But thanks to you, I'm off to enjoy a hot meal and a tankard. May Thal's golden halls await you in the afterlife. Well, that's nice. Yep. Pretty much it looks like every piece of gear that we bought earlier on was useless. We could have gotten it with these quests here, but oh well. Live and learn. I don't know what to make of that. Like, why is it my job to... Whatever. I shouldn't ask. It's my job because that's how society works in this world, I guess. What about... this would be nice, but we'd end up... I want to get an upgraded version of this, because I like the look of the ones with the hoods. I like those. But, of course, we have to make up for a lack of a headpiece, so it should be better than what we currently have for both of those pieces. The one I have would not be good enough. What else? Is that... I think it's all the same. So basically now it just comes down to what color do I want. No. Alright, that's good. That's good. Eventually we will be able to unlock dyes, which will mean that even if our gear is mismatched color-wise, as it stands to be right now, we can fix that. We can buy dye and color our gear whatever we want. Hello there. Huh? A letter? Aye, I've got Fufalupa's missive right here. Won't be delivering it anytime soon, though. Gotta tend to my bird's injured leg first. Even the most minor of cuts can fester if ignored. Fufalupa sent you, right? If this is a pressing matter, why don't you take it the rest of the way? Take it the rest of the way. Lost Hope's just past Blackbrush Station to the northeast. Look for the tents by the river. Alright. Fair enough. I guess we're everyone's errand boy. Why fight it now? We'll just head on down this way and see what happens. I will give this game some credit in the sense that, yes, there are a lot of fetch quests, but there's some substance to what we end up reading. Hopefully, at least. I'm enjoying the storyline so far. Hopefully you are as well. I don't like this lag, though, and I don't know what it is. The game usually runs fine. My internet should be fine. Everything should be okay, but there's some really, there's obvious lag here, and I don't know what it is. See, there you go. That right there, that's a prime example. Well, it's not too bad, I suppose. That's weird, though. I don't know what's going on. But, anyway, looks like we found our way. Here is Lost Hope. Talk about a nice, inviting name for a settlement. And there's nobody here. Which, on the one hand, would be thematically appropriate, but on the other, I think it's just a sign that the game is still lagging. Yep, because I can't even sit down. Alright, lovely. Let's see. If it takes much longer, I'll probably cut until it finally shows back up. Hey, here we go. Leo Frick. Just passing through? Or will you be staying a while? Here. Foofaloopah sent you all this way because of a late letter? The boy's still far too earnest. Despite my demotion, he continues to call me Captain. I suspect he has no idea what it means to be transferred to Lost Hope either. Brass Blades don't give a Kakaran's arse about this settlement. No one in Uldar does. All here have been forsaken, adventurer. The refugees, their protectors, Nirteen Nereas, and you will be too if you're seen associating with us. Thank you for the letter. Now for your own good, leave. Oh. Alright. He seemed like the type for that kind of voice. Let's see. Yep, same exact robe, but it is red. Do I like blue or do I like red? I'll stick with blue for now. Thought I told you to get out of here. What, looking for a chance to do some good? I guess I can't force you to leave. God damn it, knock it off. Damn stubborn adventurers, the lot of you. Fine then, listen well. Band of outlaws has taken up residence at the Kivaran Manse at the edge of the south, at the ridge to the south. Their leader styled himself the heir to Aoland Quiverin, the syndicate member who died in the calamity. The Baron and his cronies are not more than a pack of jackals. They prey on the people of Lost Hope, robbing them of what little they have. I myself cannot act without endangering the refugees. They know my face and will retaliate against Lost Hope. You, however, are not known to the bandits or their allies. If you wish to help us, then deal with the Baron. Alright. Now what about you? What are you looking for? Thank the gods you're here, adventurer. You must help us. The other day, I spied bandits from the Quiveran Manse selling gemstones to smugglers. And not just any stones. Yeah, anyway, sorry. With that kind of wealth, they could purchase finer arms than the Sultan sworn. After that, they'd surely seek revenge on the people of Lost Hope. For defying them in the past, they'd slaughter Leofric and anyone else who fought back. Then they'd have their way with me and the other women. Spare us this horrible fate, adventurer, I beg of you. Steal the Nashachite from the Quiveran Manse and bring it to me. That seems suspicious. I'm not sure about that. What about you, dude? What about Blaves? What's Blaves need? You look as if you put a few beasts down in your days. Would you mind putting down a few more? A friend of mine is taken ill, and I simply must have gigantoad secretions from the liver of a toxic toad to treat him. 2 vials would suffice. You can find the nasty creatures in the unholy air. Do me this favor, I beg you. My friend will die without treatment, please. Alright, that seems more legitimate than the other one. What about you, Hammond? Don't suppose you'd be willing to do a favor for a miner down on his luck, would you? Rumor is, a man named Berenger at Blackbrush Station's looking to take on miners. I'd go see him myself, but my wife's been taken ill and needs tending to. If you'd be so kind as to take my application to this Berenger fellow, I'd be in your debt. Alright, I guess I'll do that. Mostly, I just want new pieces of gear. I noticed that one of the rewards we'll get, I think for the raw Nashachite, we'll get glasses. And I like that look. I think Elion looks pretty good as a scholar. So we're going to go for that in particular. But we'll also do the rest of them because why the hell not? We'll do people's busy work. That's what we're here for. We're an adventurer. That's what... I have a theory, and that is adventurers are a nice politically correct way to refer to Uldar's homeless population. But I'm not entirely sure if that holds correctly. But I'm still holding with that. Oh, for Christ. This is not a solid video mechanically, is it? Alright, well, we'll just hang out here. There's one. And there's the other. Okay. State your business quick like, I'm busy. Here we go. Another miner looking for work, is it? Let's see. Everything looks to be in order. Alright, I'll go ahead and add him to the list. These refugees are a bloody 12 cent. They break their backs for next to nothing, and when they're washed up, there's always another to take their spot. Poor fools dig up pebbles worth more than they'll see in their whole lifetime. Yours can be a right cruel price at times, but I ain't one to change what ain't broke. That seems rather grim, but who am I to question economics? I'm just an adventurer. We're not doing too badly ourselves for money. We're back up to 4K, that's nice. Granted, we're like 1% of the way to our ultimate goal, or my ultimate goal of getting myself a house, but still. 4K is not too bad, especially here in the beginning of the game. We're still in the beginning. I think once we might call it a different part of the game once we get into dungeons, but even so, games like this usually a lot of content is at max level, so the leveling process is a somewhat limited part of the game. And since we're only 14 levels into 50 on our first class, no less, not even a secondary class, we don't have a job yet, and I mean the advanced classes. We're not a black mage yet. And then when I think of having a quote-unquote job in a game like this, I think of crafting classes, which we also don't have yet. Although that is definitely something that we can do, and it's probably something I will get back to. I had started crafting in my original playing of the game, just to kind of test it out, and I really like how they handle crafting in this one in particular. And hopefully we will be able to actually make up some gear for Elion at some point. That would be cool. So we will definitely be doing alternate classes. I think I mentioned before we do any dungeons, I will definitely be getting heal from the Conjurer class. So we'll definitely at least do a little bit of work there. And then eventually, basically I guess once there's a tangible benefit, I will start going into crafting and kind of show how it works. At least a little bit. Probably a lot of the work I'll do toward the crafting classes I'll do off camera, because the actual process of leveling a crafting class is very monotonous. Instead of combat, you're actually just making things, and the process is more involved than a lot of games, but it's still very repetitive. So I think I'll probably do that off camera. I'll probably do a lot of lead quests off camera as well at some point. Like once we reach, you know, a little further along in the game and levels take a lot longer to get, in order to level up and basically prepare myself for like the newest quests or a new dungeon or something like that, I will be doing a lot of lead quests, and I'll do those off camera as well, just so you guys don't have to watch me repeat the same quests over and over again. I actually find it somewhat soothing on some weird level to do things like that, and it's often a way for me to like catch up on like TV shows or podcasts or other YouTubers, that kind of thing. I will do that while doing something somewhat repetitive in a game like this. And with lead quests in particular, what I'm looking forward to is at some point in the main storyline, we will unlock the chance to get affiliated with a grand company. And basically what those are, they're special factions tied to each of the three main nations. We're obviously from Ul'dah. There's also Gridania, and then Limsa Lominsa, I think is how it's called. So each of those has their own order, their own faction. There's the Immortal Flames here in Ul'dah. There's the Twin Adder, the Order of the Twin Adder from Gridania, and then I want to say the Maelstrom from Limsa Lominsa. I'm not sure if that's the title. I might be thinking of something else, but I think that's it. And each of these is basically an army almost. You gain rank, you can get gear, and you get special missions, stuff like that. We'll actually get our first mount from them. We'll get a company chocobo. So we'll get a nice chocobo of our own. We even get to name him, or her, I suppose. I don't know. And we'll get, and the chocobo will have a nice like company crest on its saddle. And so it's a cool way to get them out. I really like how they did it. But the big thing is, there's a special currency that you get for getting Grand Company gear. And the best way to get it, there's a few ways actually. There's a special hunting log, there are Grand Company leave quests, and then there's like fates and dungeons, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you can get some in dungeons. The main way that I get Grand Company seals is through the leave quests. That's why I'm not doing any right now, because I want to save up my allowances in order to have plenty when we reach the point where the Grand Company is unlocked. So I'll definitely be doing that off camera. I'll probably get a couple of levels, maybe more than a couple. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. And then I'll also get myself a set of gear, hopefully. That's my goal. I want to get. There's a set of gear that I like from my previous playthrough that I definitely want to get hold of. So it takes a lot of work to get enough seals to buy all the stuff that I want. But like I said, that's why I'm not going to have you sit through it all. Let's see here. There we go. This is not the smartest way of handling combat, but it works okay, I think. Okay, air today gone to... That's cute. Okay, so we want to kill the Baron. He's obviously not going to let us do things with impunity. He's going to try and stop us, because that's what villains do. But I think we've got this one covered. Honestly, it feels like using Thunder right now isn't really worth it, because they end up dying before the dot runs out anyway. Dot, if you're not sure, by the way, means damage over time. Just in case you weren't sure. Maybe you're watching this series to get an idea of what MMOs are like, so maybe you don't know that term. Anyway, it feels like with normal mobs like this, normal monsters like this, it's really not worth it to use Thunder, just because they die before its full potential is used up. Thunder is useful for like fates, dungeons in particular. It's very useful for like boss enemies and stuff. Those enemies, those monsters who will live long enough for the full spell to be used. So right now I don't think we need to bother. It just seems to take up time, casting time we could have used for a fire or an ice spell. I think that's it. Yeah. Sure. I found out recently that apparently if you're not in combat, which we are right now technically, even though we're not fighting, monsters are trying to get to us, so we are technically in combat. If you're not, and you take a long fall, you actually won't die from the fall damage. You will get 1 HP. You'll be dropped down to 1 HP, but you will live. If you are in combat, you will die. Interesting method of doing things. I wasn't aware that that's how they handled it. So, alright, here you go. I found your Nasuchite. It was so unbearable having to watch from the shadows while the bandits sold those precious gems. I'm sure you're just torn up about it, lady. The Nasuchite! Excellent work, adventurer. You've dealt the bandits a crippling blow. And finally, after being consigned to this shantytown for moons, a chance to improve the plight of the people. Of course, yes, improve their plight. I shall put the Nashachite to good use. Worry not. Wink, wink. You know, you're lucky I'm getting spectacles out of this, because I don't trust you, lady. Okay, and then Blaves. I must have 2 vials of gigantosecretions from the liver of a toxic toad. Please, my friend does not have much time left. Here. Bless you. You're not a moment too soon. After some light preparation, I'll be able to give this to my friend. He's always had a weak heart. Were he rich, he could take the meals and reagents that he needs, and we'd have no need for such foulness as the bile of toads. Hope is not all that is lost to us here. Gil and good health are scarce as well. Necessary evil, in a nation such as Ul'dah, I suppose. The few at the top feast and flourish, while the many at the bottom starve and suffer. Pants. I will have pants. Let's put that on. There we go. And then I want to put the new pants on, and now everything's red, so we might as well switch out the robe. And we'll take the red robe. There we go. Now we match. Do we have red? No. I think we will. Okay, let's turn on our headpiece. Now we can see he's got little glasses. Aww. Okay, Leofric. So is it done? Good. I hope that wretch died screaming. Ooh. Uldar's more prosperous than ever, some say. That may be true for the Syndicate, but none of that wealth has trickled down to the small folk. It's all a mummer's farce. One day I refused to play my part, and so I was made to leave the stage. Aye, my time is past. The brass blades of the rose must look to others for guidance. Oh, there's our red sandals. There we go. Let's, there. Now we match. As you may have noticed, I'm in no shape to leave Lost Hope right now. So in my stead, I'd like you to return to Horizon and give this dagger to Fufalupa. Although it's just an old, ornamental dagger, it belongs with the brass blades of the rose. Yeah, I should have given it to the boy before I came here. Alright. Can't get over saying the word Fufalupa in a serious tone of voice. That's just weird. We're gonna pretty much end the video here, but instead of letting it go outside where we are, we're gonna actually head back to the Adventurers Guild and go back to our room. In any point where I can do that, I will. It's definitely beneficial to do that, primarily because we'll gain more rested experience. And again, I just like the animation when they get up in the morning. I think it's adorable. Okay, let's... Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, Adventurers Guild. There we go. Alrighty. So, we're gonna head on back home. There's not much to do in the inn room at the moment. We haven't unlocked very many... Whoops. We haven't unlocked very many things. There's a few things we can unlock once... and once we do, we'll have access to them in our room. We'll be able to access our retainers. Those are NPCs that work for you. You can post things on the this game's auction house with it. Good evening to you. Yes, yes, yes. I need my in-room. Thank you. And then there's basically the barber you can access in your room. And then, yeah, a couple other things. But for now, what we're going to do is let Elion rest. So, bye-bye. We're going to let him rest a while and then bring the dagger back to Fufalupa next time. So, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.